Mansfield, what we eating tonight?
Star Pizza.
That's crazy.
Let's talk about Star Pizza. Hello, everybody. Ryan will be here shortly. He apparently everything just crashed, and he might have fallen over the balcony. Not sure. Who knows? But here we are. Thanks for everybody showing up to Cats. I am Brad Towns. Ryan is my co-host and shall be here shortly. What the hell y'all think about that? Swaggy Sanchez getting it done. First off, let's thank Star Pizza. Absolutely delicious. There's no better way to celebrate a victory. Go over and have a couple of pops, have a pizza, sandwich, salad for people like I should do. Pasta, anything you want. Go over there now. You should be able to get over there pretty quick. It looks like the traffic is pretty smooth on my little eye in the sky here at the GoCoogs headquarters. We got some special things from Section 12X. Not wearing the hat today, but I got it right here beside me. Go to section12x.com. Hit this up. Also,
I don't interrupt what you got going because this seems like a total train wreck. Brad?
crashed.
Okay, so this is going about as well as it could have. Hi, y'all. This is Ryan Monso, and this is the Talkin Bout Them Cougars podcast from GoCoogs.com. No, it's not. I lied. It's Cats. It's a Cougar After Thoughts Show. That's Brad. Brad, why don't you take over for just a second while my shit gets arranged?
So what was I saying? Oh, got a going bowling sale at Section 12X. Flash sale for Cat Shows listeners, 10% off on all orders until 6 p.m. for our 6 wins. Use BOWL, BOWL, at checkout. Go in there, get it right now. 10% off, pretty damn good deal. Got to celebrate. Everybody's in a happy mood. Go spend some money. Make it rain. Support those who support us and support you.
Yes. What did you think about what you saw today, Brad?
You know, the last
I think you crashed again. U of H wins 31-28. Arizona scores 14 in the first quarter, 14 in the fourth quarter, nothing in between. U of H offense looked good for most of the day. Big drive to end it. You had a 17-play drive, a 13-play drive there in the fourth quarter to put the game on ice. But, yeah, this was a big win. They obviously were going for that field goal there at the end. They were not going to go crazy, played the field position, the clock game. And, I think all things considered, you're taking 6-1. And the Cougars are that 3-1 in the Big 12. The drive of the game, the drive of the season, maybe the drive of the last decade is that 17-play, 9-minute drive in the third quarter. And that's big boy football. That's what Willie Fritz wanted to do when he came here. They have not shown you a lot of that through a year and a half, but they did it a couple times today where they put together 10, 12, 13 plays at the end, 17 plays in the third quarter. Man, it's not flashy like the air raid. It's not Greg Ward, but it's winning football, and you're 6-1, and you got to be happy with it. Hey, Brad, how is your internet worse than mine?
It's not the internet. It's fucking Microsoft. Fucking Windows.
Okay, well, Brad learns how to use Windows.
No, there was an update yesterday, and it's been screwing up on me all damn day long. I'm going to have to go back and reinstall it and
Poor thing.
do all the fun nerd stuff.
Okay, well,
So where were
before you, we were pretty much done with the show. We appreciate you coming on.
Awesome.
And, yeah, get you some Star Pizza. What did you think about what you saw today?
Fantastic. As it got tough towards the end, starts going through my mind, shoot, man, what the heck? How can we lose this? There's a lot of ways we can lose it. But the thing was, I wasn't upset because it was a damn good. I mean, this was a damn good football game. If you're a casual, you want to see a good game, this is ideal. I mean, the stats are just, everything's right together. No turnovers today for either team, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I just thought it was fantastic. I love from our end. I love the fact that we are. I love what I saw on offense. I think our offense looked fantastic. We'll get into that in more detail, but 2 weeks in a row, this offense is starting to pick it up. I know nobody wanted to hear much about improvement, how much we've improved because, we got such a bad schedule. Well, is this fucking good enough? Yes. Told you it was improving. Hats off to the offensive linemen, especially in the running game. It seemed like we had a game plan and we got away from it real quick because it's like, well, I didn't know we were running against traffic cones. Let's let our guys do what they do.
You ran for 232 yards today on 45 carries, averaged over 5. That is impressive. Dean Connors ended up with 100 yards on 20 carries. I can do that math. That's 5 a carry. And it felt like he got 5 yards on every single carry. So impressed with what he did. Very good offensive line play. Agnello played at right guard for Wyckoff today. And, I thought he did an excellent job. I'm going to have to go watch the film. We had everything go wrong today possible. Your Microsoft issues, not even like in the top 5 for the GoCoogs.com today. But all well that ends well. Connor Wegman managed this game so perfectly, did everything you needed him to do. And by the way, on the other side, Fafita was 24 of 26.
Yeah, he couldn't miss.
No. The only time he really missed was the pass interference calls down at the end. I thought one of those was legit obvious. The one on Latrell McCutcheon, maybe not as obvious. Maybe a bad call. Anyways, let's look at some comments real quick before we go ahead. Brad, will you do that? I hate to put the internet on you, but it might be the
How
thing
big
to
of a
do today.
transfer portal pickup has Dean Connors been? He's our Cam Scatterboot. I do not disagree with that. Quality win. Offense stepped up a lot today. Yes, they did. It's
For sure.
I think after Connor got his bell rung a little bit, things have changed. But
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I don't want to say things have changed much for him. I don't know. To me, it looks like the offense has changed. There looks like a concerted effort to get the ball out early. I wrote about it this week, and it continued again today. I mean, we were really getting the ball out quick. And if you look at when we're throwing the ball deep, I mean, it is literally out in 2.5 seconds. It's drop back and then let it rip.
What else you got?
Arizona got the dirty Sanchez. Put it right there, right across the nose. Great win, bowl eligible. I'm worried about this defense. God dang, you really let's enjoy the win. We'll talk about that later.
I mean, there was some issues tackling.
Early.
Let's talk about that defense. There were some issues tackling early when the field was slick. The guys kind of were on their heels, and Arizona scored quickly twice. But then you pretty much shut them down the entire second quarter. They scored in the first play of the fourth quarter, I guess, put together a really nice drive. But it's not like you're playing an untalented team. They're a really good team. They were a favorite in this game for a reason. Mm-hmm. And you were able to beat them at the end. Duarte, the intern, just posted this, the 2025 bowl-bound shirt that Willie is wearing in the postgame. That's pretty impressive. What else you got? Oh, here we go. Will Ryan get run off by the Okie Light Lady? You know what? She did not travel for this game. She was kind of a game time decision. She did not travel, it turns out. I might get thrown out, but it'll be somebody totally new.
Hopefully it's somebody that will try to hold up the integrity of wherever you're sitting.
I am in Matthew Mitchell, the new women's basketball coach, his suite.
Nice.
So if he wants to come and throw me out, I'm here for it. Let's get it done.
He wants to make a cameo appearance. That'd be cool too.
Yeah, they're out. They celebrated and got out. I saw them a little earlier.
Swaggy Sanchez is forever tattooed in JG's brain. You are welcome. David is stuck in the blue lot. Hopefully you're out of there. That was posted about 10 minutes ago. Hopefully you're out of there and on your way to Star Pizza.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Great game. Never thought they would be 6-1. They have been so much fun to watch. I agree. It's really weird. I'm really, really proud of what this program is doing and what these players and these coaches have done. Because, I mean, you could roll back the tape in your mind. The first two games, you remember these post game, we were trying to fend off complaints more than we were celebrating wins. I mean, there was a lot of questions. People weren't really sure what we were looking at. It wasn't pretty to get to this point. No. But the team is coming together. They're still not close to what they can be when they put everything together. You know, this team can be really good. But this is just a glimpse of what I think that this is just a glimpse of what I think this program is headed towards. You know, I'd love to keep seeing us improve and staying on that cliff. We know we know it's not linear, so anything can happen. But man, what a ride so far! I'm just impressed how far this group has come. Gives you a little room to potentially dream about bigger things up in the future. Let's see.
This was a process starting this year with a completely new offensive roster. It was going to be a process. It was never going to come quick. And I think it's been fun to watch them develop. Like Batten and a lot of fans were freaked out by only scoring 27 against SFA. But I think that's what this team is going to be. It's going to be a 25 to 40 point scoring team. And you're just going to have to have shootouts. You're going to have games where you win close. You know, you're going to have good kickers, and you're going to rely on them. And that's just what Willie Ball is. But the fact that they've won 6 out of the first 7 is shocking.
Yes.
Shocking. The talent is clearly better than it was a year ago, but I didn't think it was that much better. And what you needed to do after last week's win, you needed to win 2 of the next 3. You've already got 1. Can you go to Tempe and win next Saturday? I don't know. I'd guess they're a 4 to 5 point underdog come tomorrow.
Well, let's see
or
what
could you win
it
at against West Virginia here in 2 weeks?
I think next week's outlook will all depend on the status of Levitt.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're over half the season in right now, and we're fighting for a shot at the title game. I mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, that's for real.
Heard it here first.
I've been telling y'all for 3 weeks. Celebrate the fact that we're still in it. Yeah, we can look and say, "Oh, our schedules suck." Guess what? A lot of people's schedules suck. A lot of people have big resumes that might not.
Maybe it's me, but I don't think there's a great team in this conference other than Texas Tech. And I think they're going to be tested today. And I don't think there's more than a handful of great teams across the country. You thought one of them played last night and was embarrassed.
Right.
The other one that was embarrassed last night was the offense run by Dana Holgerson.
Ryan, does Willie believe he can win a national championship here?
I can't answer that, but they have given him every resource possible to potentially get in that mix. At some point, when this playoff is 30 teams or 50 teams or whatever it's going to be, it's basically going to be a second season. But can you get to the playoff, which is all I think you can ever ask for where U of H is in the pecking order, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, getting to the playoff is like going to the Cotton Bowl.
I mean, getting to the playoff is going to entail either winning the title, Big 12 title, or being in the Big 12 title game.
But you're going to have to be so very good that they just can't leave you out.
Yeah. Or everything falls right in your schedule, and you take care of business and put up a gaudy record, and then they can't ignore you. Just be like Indiana was last year. I mean, they beat a bunch of dogs, but they were where they needed to be, and other people follow around. That eventually people stop looking at who you played and start paying attention to the number that's on your score sheet.
Yeah. Did the refs help us out a bit? I thought the flag they picked up in the fourth was a penalty. Connors wasn't set. I thought he wasn't set a couple times, to be honest. There was one earlier in that drive, I believe. Do I think they helped you? No, because they missed a lot of obvious calls, a lot of obvious 15-yarders. But did you get helped maybe one time and then get helped another 6 times? Okay. I mean, at some point it evens out, and I'm certain that Arizona held quite a bit. Didn't really see a lot of those calls. U of H did not have – they had the one false start on Jason Brooks. That was the only offensive penalty they had. So I really don't think you can say that the refs help. I don't think it was.
I'll say it. Yes.
Yeah.
We got some favorable calls at very timely situations.
Name them, please, because
Huh?
maybe I missed it.
No, the one of the pass interferences, what was it, the coach sideline infraction or whatever. There were a few of them that were timely calls. Now they got some calls, but they weren't as advantageous timing wise. And see, that's the thing about this conference is that there's so many teams that are they're on such the same level that little things like that are going to mean everything.
Wait, can you explain to me, because I didn't see the TV.
They didn't show a replay of it.
It was
Sideline infraction?
50 yards downfield. U of H was, I think, on the 35, and the flag was on the 20 on the other side of the field. And it was a pass play to the running back. It was a pass play to Dean Connors, picked up 1 or 2 yards, and it was thrown at the line of scrimmage. And to see a flag down there, it was like, what the? And I mean, I didn't see anything. They showed a replay in the stadium. Didn't see it. That was an odd one for sure. So maybe they helped you out there.
Yeah. I mean, all it takes is 1 or 2 calls. And, you know, they do kind of even out is the number of missed calls. I think they were about the same or number of questionable calls. I think they were about the same on both sides. The difference was the timing. Because one changes the game. One we got that was the sideline encroachment was that was going on. That would have put us on 4th down, right?
The sideline, what?
The sideline infraction.
The coach interference?
Yeah.
That was on 1st or 2nd down. It was early in a series. I am certain it was on 1st down now that I think about it.
But
somebody can.
We're probably going to catch one that hurts us. But, you know, I've talking about Baylor previously and talk about TCU and their big run to the championship game. That's just the way the things are going to go in this conference. Ball's got to bounce right for you. Calls got to fall the right for you. Injuries have to be. You have to be very fortunate there. I mean, because it's going to be, you know, one play separates 5 different teams. That's just the way it is.
6-1 was on no one's bingo card in August. That's 100% correct. Do we get votes in the AP? Who cares? Let them jerk each other off and just keep winning games. That'll come. I don't think it's a big deal. You'd rather not just keep having that to use. It's getting windy, so I apologize if the sound is not as good as it could be.
Now the wind picked up. It's like as soon as you said it was going to be windy, all of a sudden you turned the wind on.
Oh, whoops. Great win, crowd not so much. That was a pitiful crowd for a 5-1 team. Pitiful. Student section bad. It rained right before the game, and I was on the field and just got drenched. My socks are still soaked. So thanks a lot. There's not a cloud in the sky now. There's nothing. But right before the game, probably 30 or 40 minutes before the game, it came a storm. The party patio, this is Queenie O'Rourke's, was great place to watch the game. Our old buddy Starn says, Pop-Tart Bowl, here we come. Dean Connors runs mad, and you best not be in his way.
I tell you what, talking about running mad, I thought Burnett came in and busted some things up pretty well.
Yeah, that first drive where he got some carries, I thought he was very, very good. Here we go. See, now the fans are flipping the other way. Do we win the rest of the games going forward? This is what I like. We went from never going to win again to win them all. And
I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, I don't think it's a likelihood. If you can get to 8 or 9 wins, you're going to be very happy with that. Maybe 9.
I mean, honestly, this is, as far as goals for the season, first one checked off the list. Getting back to a bowl game was goal number 1. Now I'm sure that that they have other things in their mind. Of course, they're not thinking of anything but going out and winning. And the ultimate goal is to go in and win a title. But this is number 1 for this program to get back to a bowl. It's wild to think that this is viewed as an accomplishment in this day and age, with 133 teams and 65, 70 bowl participants.
Yeah.
But that's where we are. You got to build. You got to take the hand that you got and let's go get it. And just a massive improvement. So there's other goals left on the list, but anything can happen. Anything can happen. You never know. Again, why not us?
Why not us, he says. I thought the game plan was good from the start. It maybe had some struggles on defense early on, but you started the first half with a sack. You ended the first half with a sack, had 4 sacks in the first half. You did not allow a sack, which that certainly you did not have on the bingo card this year, that you could get through a game against an FBS school and not give up a sack.
I don't think we gave up one last week either.
Is that true? I don't know that to be true, but if that's true, that's insane. And just tells you the coaching staff has adjusted. And they are a lot smarter than they were early in the year, and are finally, hey, this is what we have. Why don't we go do this?
Yeah, well, and as far as any development goes, and as far as any kind of outlook goes, you got to feel really excited about a coaching staff that we finally are at a place where we've got a coaching staff that understands what they have and builds around what they have.
Yeah.
As opposed to saying, hey, here's my offense. I just don't have the players to run it, but we're going to keep running the same shit and expecting these guys to run it.
Yeah, that sounds like a former head coach. You had 8 drives in this game. You punted twice early in the first quarter and didn't punt again. You had 3 touchdowns, a field goal attempt, and a field goal to end this game. I thought the field goal attempt maybe put Sanchez in a bad spot. The way the wind was howling, it wasn't directly into the wind, but it was a crosswind hurting, which is difficult to kick into. And I don't even think he got to the crossbar. I think he was short. But you had 8 drives. You had a 13-play drive, a 9-play drive, a 17-play drive, an 8-play drive, and a 13-play drive. That's insane. And shows you the growth of this program, this team. that they're able to sustain these kind of drives. And obviously Arizona did it too. And I think they only had 8 drives. This was a classic old kind of game. Kim Helton once told me you want to have 8 to 9 drives in a game. And that was playing his offense. So this is real old school kind of game. Did we hear this correctly? Arizona had not allowed a passing TD all season before this game. It was either 0 or 1.
Well, I mean, literally the play before Thomas caught his long touchdown at the very beginning, they said, "Did you know that Arizona has not allowed but one passing touchdown this season?" And on cue, touchdown. And so, yeah, they got kind of torched, and they didn't really get torched. I mean, it wasn't like we were throwing the ball all over the place against them. But we did have three touchdown passes.
You had you had 2 to Mari Thomas and 1 to Kojal.
Yep.
So yeah. I'm not saying it, but the last few shows we've had on Talking About, we've had Amari Thomas and Ethan Sanchez, and that's your whole offense. We had Tanner Kojal earlier in the year, had Connor Wigman earlier in the year, and tomorrow night we're going to have another big part of that offense. I am going to stop talking about this football game. Charles says I can eat more Star Pizza than Brad.
I wouldn't doubt that.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't do mass quantities.
Well, you eat the chef special, which is the heaviest pizza I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes.
If you just went to a thin crust, I think you could put away 4 mediums.
What?
Yeah.
No, man. I'm one of those that I can't eat a whole bunch at once, but I could eat it all day long.
He didn't put a time limit on this.
I mean, I got to mix in a nap or two.
I'm going to keep you strapped into that chair, and we'll just see. Ryan, can we get a pay-per-view of Towns versus Charles? Yes, you can. It would be free right here on this channel. I think that I'd just have my guy Brad. I've seen what he can do. I always wanted McDonald's used to on Sundays. I think they do it again. Had a 50-piece McNugget that you could order. And I would love to see Brad against 50 chicken McNuggets.
See, I'm not a volume
I would
guy.
take the nuggets.
Now, when I was
situation.
younger, absolutely. When I was younger, I mean, dude, back in school, we would load up, get some of the boys, and head on down to Grandy's. And I think it was like a Wednesday night. Grandy's had an all-you-can-eat chicken and or chicken fried steak.
Okay.
And so a couple of the Cajun guys, they would literally stack bones about a foot high. I've never seen people eat that like that. I mean, even me eating 5 chicken fried steaks wasn't even close to them killing off a flock of chickens.
I'm worried about your guys stacking bones.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. We had some visitors today to the homecoming game. My nieces came, Macy and Ella. Macy's 6, Ella's 3. Ella is a lot like my little sister. She's a little sassy. And here's her and Shasta and Sasha. And given that side eye, just not having any of that. Shasta. Go F yourself, Shasta. She ain't taking it. So shout out to Ella. I love her. Birthday coming up. We're going to go wild.
I'm just happy your sister's not a jinx anymore.
Oh, she's winning games. My sister went, no kidding, 17 years of going to games. Like, she'd go to one a year. She was here for the opener, the TDECU opener against UTSA. She was here, for dozens of games.
See, things happen. Things
And
get better whenever you don't let people sign your body.
The first game she ever won was OU at NRG. And then I think the first game here was a couple of years later. I think it was a major game, but I'm not 100% on that. But her first game was OU, which was a fun game, fun day. Let's talk about Rook Brown.
That dude, he doesn't make every tackle, but when he makes a tackle, it's probably behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And he had an insane day. That first half was sick. His first half stat line was 6 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and 2.5 tackles for loss.
TFL.
And then immediately comes out and gets a third down tackle for loss on their first possession of the second half.
What they're doing with that star position, he and Mark Stampley are playing there. Stampley got in the defense or the offensive backfield a couple times. He missed, I know, at least one sack. Just the quarterback got away from him, which he does to everyone. But it's really fun to watch what they're doing. I'm not going to tell you that this was the best defensive game you'll ever see, but I thought they're doing some good things. And with the talent they have, I think they're getting a lot out of it. If you tackle a little better, it's going to look a lot better. And going on the road, you're going to have to do that this week at Arizona State. Rook was Superman today. Charles says he can definitely eat more pizza. I think he's not going to back down, and you're kind of wussing out on it. So we'll just go with that. Congrats. That Kojal catch, watching it on TV, I thought live it was a great catch. The replay showed that the ball never hit the ground. It moved a little, but I thought it was a pretty clean touchdown grab.
Well, the problem with that catch is he's made so many other great ones. It was like, it seemed pretty normal for him.
Yeah, it's just it's okay, neat. Yeah. He caught 6 balls today. Is that what I remember? Yeah, 6 balls. He's at 36. I think he is either at or right at the most tight end catches since Mark Hafner in 2008. And
he was that's exactly who he reminded me of. And
yeah, you've said
he's living up to the hype. He's more than living up to the hype, I would say. Even better than advertised, if that was possible.
I think you were dealing with Bill Gates when we talked about the drive in the second quarter that was 96 yards. You started on the 4. You went 13 plays, huge big boy drive. You had a 4th down pickup. And I thought, wow, this is the best drive we've seen all year. And then to start the third quarter, U of H gets the ball, and they go on a 17-play, 75-yard, 9-minute and 4-second drive. I tried thinking about when U of H had a longer time of possession drive, and I can't recall it. I know Army did that twice or so in the Fort Worth Bowl against Major, but I just can't remember U of H team doing that. Well, you said that was a big boy football, a punishing drive. What did you get out of that one?
Well, the thing that really stood out in that 96-yard drive was the fact that on the not the touchdown possession, but the following 2 possessions, they were blitzing hard on 3rd down, and it seemed like we were trying to get the ball out quick, but just weren't able to get out quick enough. So they adjusted that in the first third down on that drive. We ran the option, and Wegman got the first down. And then all of a sudden they said, you know what? This looks like it works, because they weren't stopping the run at all. And they definitely weren't stopping Wegman running the ball. Wigman, sorry. And so it was just an adjustment in philosophy of taking what the defense is going to give you. I mean, you know, like I said before, you can try to just run what you're going to run, but if they're giving you something, why not take it? And that's exactly what they did. That was putting everything together, and that was a headsy drive. But then, you know, that was a throw it on the table and tell the defense this is coming all day.
Yeah, I thought that was a assert your will, and really showed something that we have not seen in the Willie Fritz era.
And the thing is it changed the entire, I guess, the entire mentality of the game, because they were on full attack, and it just felt like they were chunking us, you know, 7 yards, 9 yards, 15 yards, 8 yards, 6 yards. I mean, every single play.
Brad just starts throwing out numbers. 50, 115 yards.
Well, I mean, they were too many large numbers in a row. And
then you stopped them on that 3rd and 4th down.
Yep.
They had the 2-minute timeout, and then they called a timeout, and they set up the 3rd and 4th play for 3rd and 4th down plays. They were going to go tempo on that 4th down play. U of H was ready for it and stopped them. And then Connor gets the ball back. I believe it was 1:36 on a clock, and they go steadily down the field and score, and then come back out to start the 3rd quarter and score. And we really haven't seen that. Whereas you close out a half and then you come out and continue that.
Yeah.
U of H has scored early in the 3rd quarter, or they've scored late in the 2nd, but you haven't seen that continuation. And you saw it today. And it's just another little thing of building, of doing something better than you'd done it the week before or the week before that.
Yeah.
And, I still don't know how good this team is. I still don't know their identity. But they're starting to show us some identity with the ability to put those drives together, to play that big boy football. Somebody in the comments said it looked like an old school Big Ten game. You know, Minnesota did that a couple of times. Jeb says that drive looked like an old school Big Ten game. Minnesota did it last night, where they were running that clock down to 1 second, snapping it, and then just punishing Nebraska. And I don't know that that's the football I want to see every day. But when you can dictate the game that way, in a way that U of H really hasn't done in decades, that's kind of fun to watch.
Well, I mean, this is, I would say, buckle up, because this is what you're going to see. This is what Willie Fritz football is all about. I mean, you're going to control. The goal is going to be to control the game. Now, the better you get, the more punishing you get, so it becomes more fun. Last year, we were just trying to hang on, keep the game close, and see if we can snatch it at the end. This year, we started that way. We started like it looked like we were going to be doing the exact same thing, but along the way, guys figured things out. Everybody kind of got to know each other, coaches included, and you got a team. I think the first glimpse of what we could be goes back to 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter against Oregon State.
Oregon State, yeah.
And I think we talked about it then. That's the team that we hope to see going forward. And except for the first half of the first quarter against Oklahoma State, I think that's pretty much the team that we've seen.
Okay. Maybe you didn't see it against Texas Tech.
Well,
But
I just
every other game, yeah.
I
I
throw
think
the
that's
Texas
true.
Tech game out. I really don't care.
Yeah,
That's the
you really
that's the
can't talk
anomaly.
about it. Who are we rooting for today? Texas Tech or Arizona State, Utah or BYU? I would find it hilarious if Arizona State won this game. Tech has spent all week griping about a flippin' pocket knife and then griping about Brett Yormark and the $100,000 fine that's coming down the pike. If they went out and lost their best team they've had in a generation, went out and lost this game, funny.
Do our
Utah,
little let's talk about let's do the little Ritz. I think we should
I
run
think that's
that.
a great idea because I had not been very good at that so far. Holy War update brought to you by the Ritz.
Texas Tech. I've always kind of liked Texas Tech because most of my friends went there. Guys from high school.
Yeah.
And I spent some time up there and had some good times up there. You kind of I hated it sucked that they got in and we didn't, but back then I didn't give a shit because I was out of school and didn't really care. Here lately, I really don't like them. I mean, I still like my friends. I don't like Tech anymore. I loved it when Leach was there, just because he was an asshole, and I like it.
Okay.
But they're bitching this week. I mean, they really think that the Big 12 is trying to bring them down. I mean, come on. Really? No, they're going to do everything they can to push you forward because you're the shining speck on the pile of shit that this conference is right now.
I don't know if it's a pile of shit, but
well,
it doesn't have that elite team that everybody thinks about when they think about a conference.
Well, it doesn't have. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't have the two or three at the top that are going to be your kind of go-to leaders of the conference. Which is, it kind of sucks for perception right now, but goddamn, does it not present an opportunity?
100%.
I mean, I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, we can't do it because we can't afford it." Well, yeah, you're right. We can't afford to money whip somebody, but we damn sure can afford to have really good coaches to be able to get us there. I mean, I'm willing to guarantee you Willie's not going anywhere. So, or I'll say this, he's only going out if we kick him out. Yeah. Nobody's coming to get him.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is taking a chance on him at this point in his career. And that's great for U of H because he can win here. And you're seeing it. He is now above 500 for his first time since he's been at U of H. He's 10-9. After 4-8 last year, you certainly didn't think that was coming this year. And, I think he's wanted this job for 15 years, 20 years. And every time U of H hired somebody else. But I think the opportunity and the man met each other at the right time.
Yes.
And, he has an opportunity to use NIL, to use rev share in a smart way. And they've been really good with it to this point, like really good with it. They have not really missed on anybody of note. And when you're bringing all these guys in, at some point it's going to turn into not as much who you hit on, but who you missed on. If you go and spend $1 million on a guy that just has a flat season or a flat career with you, that's a huge miss. And I just think they're You know, I
Well, I
think
mean,
he's
if you
here
look,
at the right time.
if you want to think about it from a pro sports type of deal, um, outside of basketball, it's great that you should hit on your first rounders, but where you're going to really develop your team and your program are the guys you get in the middle rounds, and then the gems that you can pull in the late, and that's where we're going to have to make our mark, is getting guys who are. I mean, you're not going to get very many of the top. I mean, we were very fortunate to be able to get somebody like Wigman, and you can pull one or two of guys like that, but you're going to make your money on the unheard of guys.
Speaking of basketball, just an update on the scrimmage today in New Orleans, U of H versus Ole Miss. I don't have a score. I don't have stats. They had some issues there. I'm told it was not a great day for U of H. And frankly, I think that's great news. Go get the crap kicked out of you and focus your guys. And I don't know if everybody played. I don't know if anybody was held out. I mean, there's no info coming out at this point. I'm sure we'll get some, but we don't have it. But I was told by somebody that it was a bit of a rough day for U of H basketball. So hopefully we can get some more information on that soon. You've got an exhibition next Sunday in Sugar Land. I'll get off a plane and go straight over there, hopefully. But there's your U of H basketball update and your two idiots talking sports update. And if we're talking about who to root for in BYU versus Utah, give me BYU. I just have such an aversion to Utah. I just don't like anything about them.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
BYU is the lesser of two.
Yes.
But I kind of like the BYU people. I really do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We've been there and we've met the people live. Now, I mean, I do know somebody who went to Utah, but she lives up in Dallas now, and she's really nice. But outside of that, I don't know anybody from Utah. I'm sure that they are. If you met some of them in person, they're probably a lot different than the dicks
jackholes. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, I would be happy if they lost every single game.
That would be a shame.
You know, just a different world over here in the in the Big 12. If you're gonna come play in a truck stop conference, you better get ready to get knuckled up. What are you doing?
Did Austin Carlisle play? I did not see it, and so he might have gotten in. He wouldn't have. He didn't play quarterback, but I don't think he got in the game.
I hope not.
That would be a waste of a.
It would be a monumental
day.
Waste.
Yeah. I did not see him. I was looking for him. Just with all the issues you had with tight ends and with receivers, I thought, maybe there was an opportunity for him to get into a game, but I did not see it. I'm going to look at the participation report real quick. It does not look like a 12 got in the game. Nope. Okay.
Looking around the conference, TCU is up 14 on Baylor, and they had a lightning delay at, I think there's like 5 or 6 minutes left in the game.
6 minutes, yeah.
It's like, oh God, we're just going home. Screw this. This is an L. Hit the road.
Poor Baylor.
UCF. Jesus.
Yeah, that was not a good day for the
They
West
stomped
Virginia
a
people.
butthole in West Virginia, 45-13. Wow.
Arizona State is driving, by the way. Sam Levitt is playing.
Okay.
They're driving. They're inside the 20. And there you go. And LSU lost. I'm so sick of Brian Kelly.
Well, hey, he'd be ideal for Penn State.
You know, he really would. That is the perfect place for Brian Kelly in the twilight of his career. Go be angry.
I mean, you know, he would fit in perfect, slide in right where Rule was supposed to be. Since he
that didn't work
eliminated himself last night.
I've been wondering where we would be now if we hired Fritz instead of Major. I don't think that was a consideration at that point. I don't remember him being involved in that specific round.
I mean, there was
he had not taken Tulane yet. I think he was going to Georgia State.
Georgia, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, see, if it ever came down to that, that's the problem with that whole process.
So,
I mean, Kiffin had his bags packed. I mean, he was until the last second. I mean,
yeah, he was at Tulane, by the way. So, yeah, there you go.
And so, you know, it's now if it was more of a drawn out choice of choose Opie or him, I would have much rather had that. But it really did come down to we want Kiffin. Oh no, we got a rug pulled out from underneath us. Well, we're going to take Opie because hey, the Texas high school coaches love him.
Yeah. Anyways, you got your guy now. That's all that matters. Swaggy shades, Ryan. These are prescription. They're not sexy shades. They're just so I can read. There's very helpful to driving and such. Any indication on what time? No. You have no clue about how this is going to turn out. Somebody on Coug Fan said, oh, it's going to be 11 o'clock. It could be, but nobody has any idea right now when that game is going to be.
That's
My
a game
guess
that needs to
is
be like at 8 o'clock.
Well, but it's whatever TV says.
Yeah.
And West Virginia is not, I mean, you're not getting on ESPN or Fox. So if it's like a TNT kind of game, maybe you're at 11. But nobody knows. My guess it would be a 6-day decision. They want to see what happens with U of H. But West Virginia is so bad that it might not be. They could just be like, yeah, you're going to ESPNU or whatever. So I don't know. If anybody tells you they know, they don't know. So
what do you think now that we're in a bowl? Any kind of what are the bowl tie-ins for this conference?
apparently the Pop-Tarts Bowl is what I keep hearing.
Is that real? I mean, is that
I don't know.
A Big 12 tie-in?
We haven't had to worry about this at this point. So,
I know. That's why I was just thinking about it, and I don't. I mean, I know that. I guess we got the Alamo Bowl and the Houston Bowl.
Big 12 bowls are the Alamo, Pop-Tarts, the Texas Bowl, the Liberty Bowl, the Rate Bowl, which is in Phoenix, the Poulon Weed Eater Independence Bowl.
Ooh.
But it's not called that anymore. It's called the Radiance Technologies. So
you got the Poulon Weed Eater Bowl and the GalleryFurniture.com Bowl.
Yeah. The Rate Bowl in Phoenix was
the what?
It's called Rate Bowl, but it's been other things. The Liberty Bowl is still a thing. The Texas Bowl. I mean, to be completely honest, I'd rather just stay in Houston. I know that's not a treat for the players. So if that's what you're looking for, the Alamo or whatever that rate bowl is in.
Yeah, Pop-Tart's good for me. Maybe we can get some Pop-Tart swag.
You know, of all the coaches that would just be like, I can't believe I'm doing this with the Pop-Tart stuff, Willie Fritz has got to be right up there.
Yes.
Like, what the hell am I doing?
Yes.
So that could be fun. So the Wraith Bowl, I just looked it up, is the old Copper Bowl.
What?
So it was called the Copper Bowl in the 90s. And then it became the Insight.com Bowl, the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl.
That's the one I remember.
It was called the Motel Cactus Bowl in 2016. I wish we could go back to that.
Yes, please. What is Motel Cactus?
Motel 6 Cactus Bowl. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Doors on the outside.
Yeah.
Rent by the hour.
And it's been the Cheez-It Bowl and the Guaranteed Rate Bowl the last few years.
Okay.
So it's been all over the place.
So basically, if they're going to try to keep the Arizona teams there, they're going to try to keep us in Houston.
Yeah, they are pretty aligned.
For what it's worth, the Alamo Bowl is cool.
Yeah, it used to be a great game. I mean, there were so many good Alamo Bowls.
What was it, Big 10 versus Big 12?
Big 12, yeah. I think Major Applewhite had his big weekend there, if I recall, with the trainer.
It's really cool. Down at the Riverwalk on over the holidays with the bowl game.
Yeah, I just don't think that's. I don't care about the Riverwalk. Arizona State is up 3-0. Yeah, no, absolutely.
I mean, for our fans, it'd be great because it's we've proven that we can send a few people to San Antonio.
Yeah, but I think Houston would be a much better deal for the fans. It would not be a better deal for the players. So
true.
All right, let's wrap this up. I'm going to go home and watch football. Brad, what do you think? What do you got?
Massive win
for it.
Huge. Very proud of this team. I'm very proud of this organization. Players, coaches, support staff, everybody. You've reached one goal so far. Boom, we've got extra time to play and extra time to practice. Getting back to where we need to be as a program. Now, there's nothing to worry about the rest of the way. Just go out and win. Go out and play good. You see the team evolving. You're starting to get a good look of what this program is designed to be in the future, and we're just now scratching the surface of this. So, I mean, I hope those guys have a good time tonight, rest up, and get everybody healed. Because it's going to be another war next week. So it's a good opportunity.
Look how beautiful this place looks. Isn't that great? They did the end zones in red for the first time this year.
I love the red end zones.
Yeah, I don't know why they had stopped.
If I had my choice, I would go back to the old checkerboard, but it's been a long time. You got to be
it's been
be around for a while if you remember the checkerboard.
Even the downtown looked kind of cool for a few years, but that's your field right now. I think it looks great. Beautiful day. If you'd have told me middle of this week that Luke McGarry is not going to play, who is huge in your run game, and Stephon Johnson's not going to play, but you're going to win the game, I would have been like, no, that's not happening. I did know that Stephon Johnson was not going to play, He'd been in a boot all week, a short boot. So it's probably like an ankle issue. I still don't know when it happened. And maybe we'll find that out. Maybe somebody asked today. But, this team is 6-1. And I just don't think anybody could have possibly predicted that. And certainly nobody was expecting it. So good for them. Just a big time win. Another Ethan Sanchez walk-off. Last year when Jack did it against Utah, you hadn't had a walk-off in like 15 years. Now you've had 3 in a calendar year. That's kind of crazy. So I just, good for them. We'll be back tomorrow night with Talking About Them Cougars from Star Pizza, from Section 12X, and from the nice people at the Ritz. Go out and enjoy your Saturday. There's still people tailgating all over campus, and I'm sure people are at Star Pizza, maybe the Ritz.
And remember,
Watch your
flash sale for section12x.com. 10% off on all orders. Use BOWL, BOWL, at checkout. Ends at 6 p.m. So as soon as you're done here, I know that everybody's in transit right now to Star Pizza. So before you go into Star Pizza, make sure you hit that order. Get you a swaggy Coug just to make sure you celebrate Swaggy Sanchez.
Okay.
Let's have a good night, and then let's have an even better next week.
For sure. Carlisle lined up at slot on the first drive. I was dealing with like 4 different fires, and I really didn't get to watch that. But I'm going to go back and watch it. If he lined up at slot one time, eek. I was watching for him most of the game, but I didn't see that one. Great show, boys. Wife almost passed out. Yeah, the heat, the sun, the direct sun was rough today. And how long are Johnson and McGarry out? We don't know. We didn't know that Stefan Johnson was going to be out until warm-ups. McGarry had a sling on, so I think it's something to do with an upper arm or shoulder.
You think?
Maybe they're fooling us, and it's his leg. Just went the complete different
That's
direction.
the way I'd do it.
Yeah. He's got a Rosie the robot wheel, but had him in a shoulder sling. So thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for Talking About Them Cougars. Thanks, y'all.
Get you munching away, big fella. Life doesn't get better than pizza and a Cougars game, huh? Go Cougs!